Who'd want to be poking about under the bonnet of a car all day? When they could be out at the market. All that noise, the animals.
Now, mind where you're treading, eh?
No, I'm serious, son. Do you know how to give that a rest for a day? And an extra pair of hands wouldn't go amiss.
What, then it'd be just like old times?
Nothing wrong with that, son.
Morning.
Morning.
Is that how Andy feels as well, is it?
He'd love it. We all would. And so would you if you give it half a chance.
Dad, I've got a job. And it's hard enough with Scott in the hospital. Besides, I've never liked farming, so why would I want to change now?
Well, you think on today, when you're breathing in all that carbon monoxide and all those petrol fumes.
Oh, and that's worse than being stuck in a wagon full of cows, is it?
You'll see sense one day.
Yeah, well, today is not that day.
Yeah, well, this is more like it. Nice and civilised. No mithering. Passes the brown sauce. What do you love?
Beats round and having a go at one another, doesn't it, eh? I know that much.
I had never thought I'd hear them words coming out of your mouth, but I couldn't agree more.
Go on, Debbie, get some of that toast down, yeah? Plenty more bread over there.
You know, I do hate when we're all being horrible to each other. It's not as weird as you being nice to me.
Oh, right, well, you just have to get used to it then, won't you?
And as long as you know that you're never on your own in this house, and whatever you've got to do, you can do it without Andy Sugden.
A name we'll avoid under the circumstances, if you don't mind.
Mate, don't look at me. It's finished. It's over. I've moved on. That's not to say, though, he's going to get his comeuppance, and when he does, I tell you, I'm going to...
Look, are we eating or what?
Right.
Hello. I thought it'd take nothing short of an earthquake to get you up at this time in the morning.
Oh, don't worry. Once I'm used to it, I'll get back to sleeping for England, even on a camp bed.
Have you had any breakfast?
Not all that bothered, really.
Come off it. Young lady of your age. Most important meal of the day. Help set you up.
What for? Going back to bed?
Look, I know you're in a house full of fellas, but I'm here to look after you. So, we are going to have the full Monty. Go on upstairs and get dressed.
You actually eat?
Yeah, of course I do. Always have. Unlike my poor mate Shelley. She only had to look at a cream cake and she went... I was always the one to say, I'll have that if you ain't going to eat it.
Nah, I get spots from fried stuff.
Yeah, me too. Still, we'll live dangerously, eh?
Do I have to?
You're not questioning the wisdom of your Auntie Steph already, are you?
Time to call this.
I'm only a part-timer these days, me son. What are you doing here still?
Helping. What's it look like?
What happened to school?
I tried. Look, this is proper education, isn't it, Andy?
Did you tell him that?
You just let me have a day off. We've got to double out them games. I can't, so we don't need the extra help.
Help? Yeah.
What, you said I can't handle it?
We'll see. I'll just shut up.
Morning! Morning? Morning.
Hiya.
Hey, look at you, Skyver. You should be setting an example to your idle, good-for-nothing staff.
Does that mean you?
How dare you? I'm clearly the only one who isn't. Please don't tell the rest of them that I said that. Thanks. Having a brew?
Coffee if you're making.
Not only Skyver, I'm planning your holidays as well.
Oh, no, this is just, something somebody left on the bar last night.
Oh, thought you might be planning to whisk me away somewhere exotic for a fortnight.
Well, I would do, gorgeous, but you're already spoken for.
That's true. I don't think Terry'd be too pleased either.
I'm resigned to pulling pints in Yorkshire for now, thanks.
I want to run something by you. Now, stay with me. Stay with me. See this? Forget this. I've got one word for you, and that word is Barbados. Take me to Barbados, baby. You won't regret it.
Marlon, I'm not going on any holiday, OK? Coffee?
Look at it. There's millions of them.
Hey, think this is big, Daz? We should take him to Harrogate, Dad. Show him a proper fair.
Yeah, well, let's concentrate on getting this lot sold before we plan any more days out.
Does that come on a school day and all?
Shut up, Daz. There's a space, Andy.
So how'd you get on at school, then?
Same as everyone else, I suppose.
I didn't get on very well at school. Boys took over from netball and that was it. So you be careful.
Can't stand netball.
It's not what you're supposed to be careful of.
Haven't you got a boyfriend?
Me? A bit long in the tooth for boyfriends. Stop that now, I'll do it. You put away.
Bet there's loads of blokes that fancy you.
I doubt it. I think I scare 'em off.
You're joking?
No, I'm not.
You look great.
Well, thank you.
I don't know whether you'd get in though. You have to know someone. What with all them footballers going in and that, they can't be letting anybody in off the streets.
Well, I don't know if Marlon would fancy it anyway. Hates them posing places.
And no point taking Marlon to a club full of fit blokes, is there? Oh, ignore them. They're dog rough. You may not realise, but I've got a brother in hospital and I'm very distressed. I always get that.
Nothing's changed then?
Just got used to dealing with it in a mature way.
I think I should dye mine as well.
The thing is, when you're a model, you get to develop your interpersonal coping skills. It's all part of it.
Oh, I never got that far.
Probably see me in a magazine or something.
Plenty in. Let's hope they're all bidders.
Price is looking pretty good so far as well.
Yeah. Nice to see things picking up for a change. Had it hard for long enough round here.
Might be get around it if we make a few quid.
Make another nice change then.
Daz! Where are the copies? It's a massive QR code that late.
I might have known he'd be with you. You're lucky I didn't catch you, you little get.
Hey, but I only bumped into you.
Yeah, and spilt tea all over me, running round like a lunatic.
Did you grow up, Craig, as a kid?
Did you say you were sorry?
Of course I did. It were an accident.
Didn't sound much like an apology to me.
Yeah, all right. I think we can run to the cost of your cleaning, Craig.
You've got some front show in your face around here. Although, nothing surprises me with you.
What's all that about?
I had a bit of a disaster with his combine. Well, more than a bit.
What?
I should have told you about it earlier. As for you, just stay there and keep shut, right?
Yeah, just shut it.
Right, off we go then.
You're going to have to entertain yourself this afternoon as well, Jasmine. I've got a christening, then a meeting with the bishop.
Just in case you thought we only worked on a Sunday.
I'm all right. I might just read.
There's a flea market at Houghton today. Well, I thought you might like to come with me, you know. We could have a real rummage round.
Is that where you get your jewellery?
Some of it. Some of me clothes as well. I tell you, you'd be surprised what you turn up.
We'll get you out for an hour.
No, just stop round here if that's all right.
Believe me, you'll be bored to tears within 5 minutes. Whoops.
I'll do no harm letting you settle in for a day or so. Maybe next week. Are we ready?
Right, well, I'm going to have to shove a jerk in it if I'm going to make that bus. See you two later.
Thanks for offering.
Pleasure.
You've got a point. Hanging around here all the time is not exactly the most exciting of prospects, is it?
Yeah, well, you know teenagers. They always find something to keep themselves occupied.
That's what worries me. It's all right for you. I'm the one with the responsibility.
Doesn't mean you have to interfere.
I mean, who is that? Debbie? Just given birth? Daz?
Trainee delinquent. Donna? Probably too old.
Not compared to Steph.
Who appears to be the only volunteer so far.
Where's Laurel when we need her? Oh, here he is. Hey, take her to Barbados, will you, Terry? Take her because she won't come with me. Afternoon, ladies.
Excuse me? You wanted me to pay, you didn't want me to actually be there.
What's he on about?
Oh, he's winding me up because I was looking at a holiday brochure this morning. Someone left it on the bar.
Oh, what were you thinking of taking me, were you?
Not even thinking of going at all. You're worse than him.
Pining she was, weren't you? Tell him. Pining.
Marlon, get lost.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we can't think about anything like that now, not for all the money we're putting in the B&B.
Oh, no, like I said, I'm sure we can manage a break come the autumn, when things quieten down.
Excuse me, I've got enough on my plate with work for now, thanks.
30 bid, 5, 35, 40.
Is it me or is everyone giving us funny looks?
Probably
clocking down so they can stay out of his way.
I wish I'd done it on purpose though. Look it up. What?
Ignore them if they've nothing better to do. Whatever happens, Andy, don't get involved. You're here to make money, not friends.
Right, here we go.
Right,
look smart, don't they? I didn't recognise them myself then.
Cleaned them up well, I'll give you that.
What else do you think I've been doing while you've been skiving?
Doesn't take long to get shut of this lot. Long time since I've seen it this busy.
Yeah, that's what I don't like, mate. Nah, go on, you'll be beef burgers next week.
Will you?
300. Anybody 300? 300.
What's wrong with them?
Don't worry,
Anybody
pick up.
250? Anybody 250? Start me at 250. 250? Sorry. Let us go. Sorry.
I can't believe that.
I can't believe we didn't sell one.
I think that had been decided before we got here, son. We took one look at whose they were and that was it.
What have I done to this lot, eh? What happened to the farming community? Am I not one of them?
I don't mind going home embarrassed. You going home broke, that's not on.
One bidder about a third of what they're worth. I weren't going to set that, Dad, no way. It's that Craig Briggs, that is.
What, just 'cause I bumped into him? That's well out of order.
Oh, there's more to it than that, there must be. Nearly every animal in that ring was sold today, and some of them are nothing like as good as ours.
Yeah, and all ours got knocked back.
Well, we're going to have to try and figure out what's going on then, eh? I'll meet you at the pens. I'm going to bring the trailer around.
Come on. Guess we'll have to sell them somewhere else.
Oh, shut up, Daz. What do you know? Oi, Craig.
Andy, you don't want any bother.
Get out of the way, man. What's up with you?
I want to know what's going on.
Hey, it's not my fault you've wasted your time, lad.
You don't look too upset about it.
Well, why should I be? You've got a nerve turning up here in the first place.
Hey, don't tell me what I can and can't do, Craig. You're not too big to get a smack.
Dad, look, regardless of what's gone on in the past, we're here just trying to make a living like everyone else.
Yeah, no, just so bumped into you. What, are you a girl?
Shut up, Daz.
Yeah, shut up.
You expect people to shell out for a herd full of pneumonia?
You what? Who said that?
I got out for butcher in Otley first thing and it were common knowledge by then. You're an hard-faced get, Andy, I'll give you that.
There's nothing wrong with them animals, nothing.
Yeah, right.
I hope you're not calling him a liar.
Makes no odds now, does it?
Who does that sound like to you?
Sounds like Kane Dingle to me.
Is everything all right?
Everything is fine, why wouldn't it be?
You just seem distracted,
Okay,
that's
so I look at a holiday brochure for 5 minutes. Now I'm distracted, am I?
all. I'm only asking.
Marlon, I'm not distracted and I'm not going on holidays.
And you're not in a bad mood.
Well, I wasn't before, but I am now.
Did you see him? Oh, he's lovely. He's dead lanky, though.
Oh, don't. He's really kind and thoughtful, and I happen to think he's very handsome.
I'm gonna get out more, kid. Stick with me and I'll sort you out.
What about sorting yourself out?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, now you're back. Must have something lined up.
You never know. Bit of this, bit of that, a lot of the other.
You're lucky.
You won't be me as a lucky one, Don. Especially seeing as I'm the nearest thing that passes for a celeb in this dump. You know that advert on the bus stops in Hotton? You know, the fishnets and the big heels going up the ladder and all the blokes underneath?
The one just going from the neck down?
That's me, that.
Hey, you'd never know. That's fantastic.
Well, if you've got it, you might as well flaunt it and get paid for it. Why not? You'd have been doing that kind of thing if you made it. Anyway, I thought you were supposed to be telling me about your last modelling job.
Oh, well, yeah, it was for this really big mail order catalogue.
Oh, lingerie?
Anorak.
Anybody surviving?
Hiya. No, thanks.
No adventures? No tales of mystery and imagination?
No, I just hung out.
Right, fine. What does that actually involve, by the way? Something about enjoying yourself, not doing very much, and then not remembering what you were doing if anybody ever asked you. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ethan. Much appreciated.
Right, hiya, I'm back. And bearing gifts.
I can hardly wait.
Not for you, sadly. And not for you, neither. Here we are. A J. For Jasmine.
Could have always said the J stood for Jesus.
Thank you. It's really nice.
You shouldn't have spent anything, though.
Oh, well, I had one when I was younger, but I gave it to my best friend, Shelley. Well, having the same initial. Well, that's just to say that we're friends now.
That's really kind of you, Seth, but you really shouldn't have. I assume it's...
Gold? Oh, yes. Oh, don't worry. Didn't break the bank. Well, that's what flea markets are all about, isn't it? Being cheap. I mean, look. Beautiful silk scarf. 50p.
What happened to your friend?
That's a long story that Steph probably doesn't want to go into right now. Why don't you come and help me get things set up for dinner? Yeah, I need to talk to Steph anyway about the church flower arranging.
Yeah, and we can catch up later, Jasmine. You know, when these two are out the way.
Matthew, wait.
I suppose the business world can hang on for a few minutes, seeing it's you.
Promise you'd back off.
You're the one flagging me down in the street, though.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one waving the holiday brochures around, am I?
What's the matter? I'm not subtle enough for you. I'm serious. You and me on a deserted beach somewhere for a fortnight. Nothing to do but, well...
It's not fair. You promised.
I also promised that I'd get you back. I'm trying to balance the two, but getting you back seems to be winning. What can I say? I'm weak.
You're a swine.
But apart from that...
Leave me alone.
Because that's what you want.
You get Victoria a bag of crisps as well?
Yeah. Best see what he's got to say for himself, eh?
Look, you might be right, son, but I'm not sure it's his style. Not when you think about it.
We'll soon find out.
Yeah, well, don't get into all that business about Debbie and the baby.
Things couldn't get any better for me, could they? Oi! Do you want to buy a dozen beef cattle? You are?
Bit sophisticated for you, Kane. Pneumonia?
Hey? Look, you made your point. Right, we missed out. Just leave us alone from now on.
1, I've no idea what you're going on about. 2, I could give a stuff about your poxy cows. And 3, don't you ever go gobbing off to me in the street. Or I might just forget about deciding to ignore all the damage you've done to my family.
All right, lads. We've had a bad day. Let's not make it worse, eh?
I'm just minding my own business. And I'm warning you, stay away from Debbie. Because next time, I won't be talking to you, I'll be kicking you around the village, all right?
I never meant to hurt her.
Get in the cab, Daz. You didn't talk to anyone at the auctions in Houghton, then?
You're losing it, Jack.
So he says it's not him, and I believe him for once. Don't know why we're even debating it. Seen enough, have you?
The last time I saw a cattle market, Jack, it was on Bonanza.
Where's your brother?
Sorry, Andy, you're going to have to narrow it down a bit.
You know which one? Jimmy.
Last I heard, he was in the wool pack, but I doubt you'll get any more out of him.
I thought it was because of the internationals. Yeah, easily moving it forward a week so they can have a full month in front of the World Cup.
Like it's going to make any difference?
I don't know. I think they might be worth a bet this time if we get a good group. Yeah, I might chance £5 each way, but then again, what do I know? I'm just a rugby man.
Let's not get into that. The football's bad enough.
Somebody's thirsty.
Enjoying yourself, are you, Jimmy? Not like us, eh? Stuck in Houghton with a load of cows we can't sell.
Can I help you, lads?
Don't come innocent, Jimmy. Why would everyone at the auctions think our herd's sick if nobody had it in for us?
Wouldn't be the first low trick you've played lately, would it?
Do you think I've got time to mither about you? Don't flatter yourselves.
Guys, let's not have an argument here, okay?
I think you got the wrong bloke, fellas. Have a drink.
Listen, don't push it. All right. Having a problem with me over that field's one thing. Depriving him of his living is another. You're out of order, so drop it. It's gone too far.
Yes, well said, Jack. Now, let's all have a drink or go home and have your tea.
If he's struggling that much, it's simple. Sell the field. Then all your financial worries are over.
You're so smug, aren't you?
Never have to think about pneumonia again.
Whoa!
Hey, Jack, there's no need for that down here. Now, come on. Jack. You'll get nothing out of my family. We were around before you got here and we'll still be here when you've long gone. We will not be intimidated and we'll not roll over. Not for you or your father. And especially not for your money. Okay, I'm all right. I'm all right.
You know, you come out for a quiet drink.
Dad's just told me what happened. How low can you get?
It's cost me a fortune, that house.
They think they can take whatever they want. Well, not from me, they can't.
Is it all worth it over a scruffy patch of grass? I mean, you're better off with the money than all this aggro. What do you use it for, really? A couple of manky sheep? What's the point?
The point is, it's ours.
You can't eat self-respect, though, can you?
What? Do you want me to back down?
I'm not saying that, it's just... this. You know, it's sickening, innit? All that work for nothing.
Well, there's other markets, Andy. You said that yourself.
Yeah, we've got to live from now till then, though.
Where are you going?
I've spent all day being whispered about and pointed at by people I've known all my life. I've just made a fool of myself in the pub, and now I've got to row in my own family. I'm going for a walk.
Well, look at us. Over a field. Because that's all it is, just dirt. Dad,